What is going on, guys? MitchCactus here, coming back with another Forza Horizon 5 video, and today's we'll be talking about the easiest free money glitch in Forza Horizon 5, basically how to make credits extremely quickly whether you're a new player or you've been playing for a while and you're simply trying to buy that next car or house. Now, of course, there's been a few fundamental changes to how to make money in Forza as of late, so I figured I'd go in and revisit this concept with another video, a new and improved method, and of course covering a few new aspects of the updated ways to basically be able to get money, as many of the current glitches or tutorials in Forza currently circulate around skill points and converting them, and that's basically changed completely, as well as just the general product of these glitches. So if you guys want to stay up to date with any further videos related to Forza, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, and comment down below how many credits have you guys currently got in Horizon 5. But now we want to get started with what car you need and a little bit of information you'll need to know before starting. So first off, there are a few different cars you guys can use. The best car for this is going to be the Hoonigan Hoonicorn V2. This is a car that's fairly rare, it's quite difficult to get given the fact they're pretty expensive on the auction house. However, it is the best due to the fact that it's a skill multiplier of 8, which basically means you guys will farm skill points quicker with this car than any other car in the game basically, which is good at drifting of course. This is the best car to use, but if you don't have this car and you cannot afford to buy one of these cars or snipe one off the auction house, then a very good solution of other cars you guys can use is basically any of the Formula Drift cars. All of these are very good. They're not quite as good as instead of having a times 8 skill multiplier, it's times 7, but they're still pretty good at drifting. They're very fast at farming skill points, and many of these cars are DLC and actually applicable for free even if you don't have DLC content. Some are exclusive, but many of them are completely for free, so definitely some cars I'd recommend. But regardless of what car you guys use, it's extremely important you've maxed out the car mastery perks. As you guys can see, I'll go on and upgrade pretty much all of the perks you'll need. There are some you can avoid and save skill points on spending, as some of them won't really help you in terms of drifting, but in general guys, these are the perks you'll need to get, and you may as well get this extra super wheel spin. And if you guys are wondering how I've got 1 million skill points, 100 million super wheel spins, every rare car in the game, the highest level and more, well guys, it's pretty much because I'm playing on a Forza Horizon 5 modded account from MitchCactus.com. We can provide these through a pre-med account, a personal account. We offer credit and super wheel spin boost packs. We also offer rare car and super wheel spin packs, and even offer instant and fast delivery across certain packages. So feel free to go and check that out guys. We've got over 4,400 reviews on our official Trustpilot page, and that number is only going up. So there will be a link in the pinned comment description. But now back to the video. So once you guys have a good car, I'd recommend downloading a good tune off the creative hub or just upgrading it yourself and heading to the aerodrome drag strip, which is of course towards the bottom left side of the map. This is a very good spot as it's quite straight. There are many destructible objects to allow you guys to farm skill points even quicker, and it's also just very simple and straightforward to drift here. Now, many of you guys might have already seen this spot and me cover this in a video before. I actually have covered this method a couple times, but since then quite a few things have changed, so be sure to stick through the whole video to make sure you guys don't miss out on anything. So basically, once you guys get here, depending on what car you're using, if you're using a Formula Drift car, if you're doing Hoonigan, just start drifting up and down, sort of like a U shape, up and down. It's pretty straightforward and easy, and what you guys will see is you'll start to build up skill points very quickly. Now you need to know when you should stop, as you want to be as efficient as possible. For those of you who are not aware, you can only actually get 10 skill points in one skill chain. So even if you guys get your skill chain to 10 million at the top, a huge number, you're still only going to get 10 skill points. And the threshold where it cuts, where you guys start, or you start to get 10 skill points per chain in a car with a times 8 multiplier, is around 63,000. If you guys are in a Formula Drift car or any other car with a times 7 multiplier, the cutoff point where you'll earn 10 skill points in a chain is 72,000 points. So keep that in mind, as you want to be as efficient as possible. If you guys are getting exactly 72,000 points in a chain, you're saving time, whereas if you're going all the way up to 100,000, as you'll be earning a high skill chain but still getting the same amount of skill points. And one thing to also keep in mind, that number up top there is actually going to be building up faster than what it'll show on screen. So right now it shows 50,000, right? But actually, if I go in and stop right now, you guys will see I'll let the chain build up and it will continue to go for a little bit of time. And like I said, it's pretty much because I've been drifting and earning skill points faster than the animation can show on screen. So you'll want to take this into consideration when you guys are doing this. So in this car, I've got a times 8 multiplier. I'll want to stop, or at least have my skill chain end at 63,000. That's the number I'm looking for. So I'd probably want to stop drifting at around 50 to 55,000, let my chain build up so I'm being as efficient as possible. If you guys are trying to get your chain to 72,000, that's the threshold for 10 skill points. Like I said, if you're in a car with a times 7 multiplier, probably stop around 55 to 60,000, let your chain build up, and what you guys will see, you'll be saving a fair bit of time doing this and earning as many skill points as possible. As you guys can see, my chain actually continued to almost 74,000, I stopped at 50,000, so maybe I'd even want to stop even earlier. This is where you want to adjust and adapt, but one thing that's going to be very helpful for you guys and save you a bunch of time, if you don't have to wait around 30 to 40 seconds every single time to wait for your skill chains or your skill points to add up every single time, simply go up to one of the events you've unlocked on this drag strip. Whether it's a drag event or it's a cross-country event, either will work. Pretty much go up to one of these events and go enter event and then instantly back out like this. Enter event, back out, start drifting again. What that will do is instantaneously bank your skill chain. Instead of having to wait for the skill points to add up, it'll bank your skill points and you can get right back into drifting and save around 30 seconds every single time. Overall guys, with this method you get around 10 skill points per minute, so it's definitely worthwhile and worth farming, especially if you're trying to make some money fast. But now to convert all those skill points into super wheel spins. As you guys can see, I'm currently in the Horizon Festival playlist and there are a few different ways to do this. Now the big fundamental change I was talking about at the start of the video is that now if you guys buy a car off the auction house which has skill perks, even if the skill perks have already been used by the person selling the car, if I buy one of these cars again, I'll be able to use the perks again, or basically the perks will not show as used. So if you guys buy any of these cars off the auction house, any one of these, it doesn't matter, like I said, the seller could have used all of the perks. When you buy it, the perks will not appear as being used. So for example guys, if I want to show you the Pontiac and the skill chain or the skill perks it has, you guys can see this is what you'll want to go and expect to see when you guys are farming this method. So basically, you buy one off the auction house, the skill perks will have not been used. Obviously in this one I've already used them as I didn't just buy it, but it'll give you a good representation of the perks these cars have. 2 super wheel spins as well as 50,000 credits, and not to mention, you guys are probably thinking, well I spent 500,000 credits and all I get is 2 supers. You guys can resell this car to someone, make the 500,000 credits back, and get a bonus 50,000 and 2 super wheel spins, and all it's going to cost you is around 25 skill points. In other words, about a minute or 2 minutes of drifting. It's insane how much money you guys can make off of these methods, especially with this new auction house change. Now another car you guys can also use, which is slightly cheaper and more affordable if you're a newer player who simply want to switch it up a little bit, is of course the Bugatti Devo. This car only goes for around 300,000 to 400,000 credits in terms of buyout. You can even find them sometimes even cheaper, and again, this is a guaranteed 2 super wheel spins in the skill chain. You can do this with any car on the auction house, like I said, that has good perks. Do it over and over again, and what you guys will find is continually you'll be able to earn skill points, relist the cars, and do it again. Now you might be thinking, well, if I list, let's say I get my Bugatti Devo, I get the 2 super wheel spins, I get the normal wheel spin, and I get the credit perk, and I relist on the auction house, what if no one buys it? Well guys, with this new update, even if no one buys your car, and just to clarify what I mean, in the auction house, if you guys list up a car in the auction house and no one buys it, you receive it back. So in this new update, even if no one buys your car, when you receive it back, it'll have the same effect and the perks will not be used. So whilst you might not get the 500,000 credits back for selling your car, you'll effectively get a new free car, which you can again redeem the perks in. So either way, you're still winning. You can resell your car, get the money back, buy another one, or you can at least list your car in the auction house, get it back, reuse the perks if it doesn't sell, and rinse and repeat. It's extremely easy to make money doing this, and one thing that's also very important is when you guys are opening super wheel spins, you want to get the best rewards possible. You don't want to keep getting clothing items, horns, random cosmetic items that are getting in the way of you guys making money. This is where this very effective tip comes into play. As you guys can see, in this customer characterization section, you can actually buy clothing items, and the importance or the relevance of this is as to what I'm saying is that each time you guys buy one of these clothing items, it's actually removing it from the Forza Horizon 5 super wheel spin and normal wheel spin loot pool. Right now, every single one of these clothing items that I'm yet to buy can be attained if I were to open a super wheel spin or a normal wheel spin. However, if you guys buy them all, you will no longer be able to get those specific clothing items you purchase through spins. So basically, let me dumb it down for you. Let's say there are 500 clothing items in the Forza Horizon 5 super wheel spin loot pool. If you can buy 490 of them, as some of the clothing items you have to unlock through spins or events, if you guys can buy 490 of them, you're removing 490 essentially worthless items from the loot pools, which means there'll now be a high probability of you instead unlocking items that are more desirable, like rare cars or credit perks. You can still get horns, as you cannot buy horns and those sort of items, but as you guys progressively unlock the horns, they'll be removed from the loot pool. However, it's effectively an investment, as once you guys spend the money buying those clothing items, you'll see that your loot pool items will start to get significantly better, and as you guys continue to unlock super wheel spins through these methods, you'll make the money back over time and can start to get a lot more desirable items, more rare cars, more credits, basically more money overall. So definitely take that into consideration guys, but that's mostly going to wrap up for this video. If you guys want to skip out on the grind, not have to do all this, simply just get your favorite cars, get some credits, get some super wheel spins and more, feel free to go and check out those modded packs at MitchCactus.com. They'll be linked in the pinned comment in the description. But if you guys want to stay up there with any further Horizon 5 videos and more, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to my channel with notifications on, and comment down below how you go with this glitch and your thoughts on the video. But that's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys all so much for watching.